You must understand that. What if we have that kind of attitude? The cause we possess, nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. Now here's the next step. Repeat after me, please. It's possible. I can live my dream. It's necessary. I work on myself. Surround myself with winners. Become creative. It's not over until I win.
SuccessMusicNow.com. For more free success music, go to www.successmusicnow.com.
Hey, good evening, and welcome to the call. This is Christine Austin Ill, and tonight I am going to go over some questions and answers. I'm going to go over the truth about being a life insurance agent from, of course, my perspective, as well as some information that I did look up for you guys. The call is muted. So in the event that you would like to speak up or have any questions, I did post the GroupMe app where you are able to download that app for free, and you can post any questions on there. And to be able to speak up on the call, just simply do a *6. This call is definitely a conference call, so you are able to speak up and talk to me if you would like to ask any live questions, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. My God. Now, I did look up some stats. Now, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are over 385,000 life insurance agents in the United States. And this is back in 2016. So that's not a lot of agents if you think about how many people are in this world. We have 325 million in the U.S. population, all right? Now, if you break down the numbers, that actually means that for every one agent, there's actually 844 people to one agent, all right? Now, think about that. That's almost overwhelming. But it's also exciting when you think about how many times I've heard people ask me, do I think that the market is saturated? Do I think that, everybody that is supposed to make millions in life insurance already made the millions? They're already at the top of the chain, so to speak.
Your input is invalid.
No, that's not the case. So there is so much room to grow for any individual that is looking into being a life insurance agent. Now, a lot of people, you hear about being in the insurance industry, you hear about all the money, you hear about the rings, the diamonds, the cars, the trips. You hear about all of the wonderful things, the financial freedom. And it's just like any other successful person in this world. You have to remember that there was the beginning to each and every one of those individuals. There's always that beginning. And in the beginning, it's hard work. In the beginning, you're not going to just come into the insurance industry and get rich overnight. You're just not. Now, are there some agents that come in and from go, they make $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 in their first month? Sure, that has happened. Yes, I have witnessed that. Is that the average? Is that the majority? No, it is not. And so one of the main things that I like to tell agents or individuals that are thinking about this business opportunity is that, one, you have to understand that there is a process. There are steps. You have to learn this business. You have to understand your business. There are certain traits that an individual needs to have in order for this to even work. You really first and foremost, you have to be a people person. You have to have love for others. And I'm talking about that kind of love that is just, you're going to accept whatever you go into, right? Now, this isn't that agape love. This is, this is this love that you just have a love for people and that you really want to help everybody that you meet, because in this business, you're going to meet a lot of people that are not happy that you're knocking on their door or that you're calling on their phone or that you're just stopping and talking to them while they're planting in their yard. You're going to find a lot of people like that. And you have to be the one that's humble and be loving to let them know that the only reason you're really stopping to talk to them is to see if you can help them and their family. You have to have a love for others. Excellent customer service. You need to be able to service the clients that you do obtain. There's work after you write that app. Sometimes they need to make changes on their policy. Sometimes they want to increase. Sometimes they need to reduce the premium. Sometimes they cancel because they can't afford it and they're too afraid to call you to tell you that, they can't afford the amount that they originally picked out. And so you receive paperwork from Lincoln Heritage and you have to work those service reports. So there's more work. There's customer service involved in this business. You have to have the ability to listen and empathize with clients on a deeper level. I like to look at it as when I'm in front of a client that I'm at the movies. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am one that I can laugh real hard at the movies. I can cry. I can get all the way into that movie as if it is real life. It's really good to be able to do that in real life, to really be able to understand what the client is talking about, understand the hurt and the pain that they may have experienced, and really get involved in that conversation. As a life insurance agent, you don't want to just know a script. You don't want to just go into a home and recite a script and just try to sell. This is customer service. This is loving on people. This is really putting them first. And in order to be able to find out the need of that client, you have to be able to get involved with them. And no, I'm not saying you need to be in a house for 2, 3, or 4 hours. You can definitely connect with an individual within the first 5 minutes. And you really want to be able to do that. All right? Having high energy, guys, that's difficult for some people. I've had individuals talk to me about being an insurance agent and their energy was super low. They just seemed like, they were just Debbie Downers all the time. That is not going to work in this industry. You have to come up to people and look like you have something that they really want. They need to look at you and wonder, what is it that you have? You have to really carry the light of God on you, all right? You have to have that spirit that other people just want to be around you. And if you don't have it, get it. You can actually just talk yourself into happiness. I promise you. All of it really starts with your thoughts. Doesn't matter what's going on in your environment. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life right now. It's about what do you want and what do you want to display. So having a high energy. And guys, sometimes we are in the field from 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Now, you may be saying, oh, well, I do that now with my so-called 9 to 5 when they tell me I have to stay for overtime. This is different, though. This is different. I don't know how many individuals have come into this business that had worked 2 and 3 jobs before becoming a life insurance agent and came in here and was not successful. And one of the main reasons was because this is a hustle. You're not only driving around to individuals' homes, but you're talking to people. You are giving your energy and your love to people. That's draining. And especially if you're not eating the healthy foods during your lunch break or your snack break, depending on what you're putting into your spirit, what you're listening to on the radio, who you're listening to in between doors, the negativity, those type of things can really zap your energy. And in order to make sure that you are able to bless as many people as possible, you really need to keep your energy high. So like myself, I love music. I love my gospel music. Every now and then I'll play my DMX or whatever I have, whatever I'm in the mood for. And I will have that music blasting in my truck to get my energy going. Sometimes when I've been on the road for 3 hours before I reached my location to work, I got outside of the truck and did a couple jumping jacks, right? Walked around the gas station a couple times just to get my blood pumping, just to be able to, have my energy high so that whenever I knocked on that client's door, I didn't seem like I just drove 3 hours. So keeping your energy high, and guys, that is work. That's work, to be conscious of your energy, your attitude, your facial expressions, just being conscious of all of that, that is work. And it definitely can make you tired. You need to be persistent. You need to be persistent with clients that say, please call me back, or can you come and see me next week on Tuesday? You have to keep a schedule. You have to be persistent. You want to make sure that you're not the one dropping the ball. So you have to be organized, okay? Definitely have integrity for your business as well as for your clients and their information. Understanding your product. I said that earlier, but definitely understanding your product. What do you have to offer to that client? If you don't know your product inside and out, all the benefits, not just the technical part of your product, but the benefits, how it's going to make that beneficiary feel whenever they receive this premium, sooner than any other life insurance policy, how this is going to let the beneficiary feel whenever they can call the FCGS and have that family support service hold their hand through the process. If you don't know that part of your business, you're not going to be able to get into the emotional side of your client, right? People are going to remember only a small percentage of what you say, but they are definitely going to remember how you make them feel. This is a feeling business. We need to make sure we are getting into the emotion of our clients to help them understand why it is important for them to take a policy out today. So having that urgency without being aggressive. I don't see why anybody would have to be aggressive with this final expense product, especially with Lincoln Heritage. I have heard individuals state that they're taught to be very aggressive whenever they are going to doors to try to sell a client. I've never been trained that way within our agency, and I've been here almost 6 years. I can't see myself ever being aggressive because, one, I don't even like sales, to be honest, at all. I don't like salespeople. I don't want to be forced into anything. I don't want to feel like I'm being, pushed into making a decision that I'm not ready to make. So I operate the same way. And I've been very successful in the way that I operate by loving individuals, finding the need, listening, definitely listening to the client so that I'm able to understand what their concerns are. So again, I can feel the need and address any concerns so that I'm able to leave the home with a policy. All right? Guys, you have to be coachable. You have to be coachable. You have to listen to your managers, to the training, and not only listen, but apply it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it doesn't make any sense. There really is no reason at all to try to recreate the wheel. There's no reason. We have millionaires within this company, millionaires. We have agents that have been here over 50 years. The company's only been here 60 some odd years, right? So we have longevity with agents that are within this company. That says something about Lincoln Heritage. Trust the process. People will come in, some people will come in and they will just run with it, and they're doing really well the first 2 or 3 months. And then the 4th month, 5th month, they're hitting a wall. They feel like they're hitting a wall. The production is not as high as it was. And they're ready to quit. They're ready to jump to the next company. They're ready to look for a higher contract. They think that, something's not working. And really, it's just it's the process. It's what did you change, right? Now, if you're being consistent, staying consistent with how you are working your business, you won't really find those dips too often. It's definitely going to happen, but you won't find it too often. But when you start to learn your craft and you start to feel like it's becoming easier, if you're really tracking your activity and your work, you will notice that you are doing less. And that is why the dips start to happen, because we as humans always believe that once we know something, our talent is going to carry us through, that we don't have to work as hard. But that's not the case with life insurance when you have your own business. And as an agent, you are considered a business owner. You have to grind. They say usually to have a business, the first 5 years you don't have a profit, right? Now, with Lincoln, I definitely made a profit in my first year. Thank God for that, because I don't have to pay for all the overhead that Lincoln Heritage takes care of as far as the marketing materials, going ahead and dropping the leads for us. Yes, I pay for leads, but I don't have to pay for the mail drop and all the money that is not recouped for people that did not fill out the form. I don't have to pay for the printing of the materials that we have, the application, and all of those forms. Lincoln covers all of that. The only thing that we have to take care of is our vehicle, our gas, our meals, hotels if you decide to stay in a hotel if you're staying overnight, things of that nature, the running of your business. So we're really blessed to be in this type of business. However, I want to be talking about the truth on here. The truth is the money's there. It's fun. We have a great time. It's family, environment. I mean, people, you guys see us on Facebook. You see us on YouTube. You see us on Instagram. Every platform, honestly, having a great time, the traveling, the pictures, the love that we share among one another, the support that we have for one another, the training that we share amongst each other. We're not really like a normal sales agency, and that there's really no backstabbing. There's no need. We really don't have that. However, it is work. It is definitely work. And you have to have that personality that you are willing to do what it takes in order to be successful. Rich people, a lot of the rich people had to file bankruptcy 1, 2, or 3 times. Think about that for a minute. Just think about that. Bankruptcy, having to start all over from scratch, from zero. A lot of times that's what it takes when you're starting your own business. Especially if you are not, if you are not listening to the money management training or even reading books for yourself or going to seminars to help you with managing your money, you are definitely going to be one that falls short very fast. We can get paid on a daily basis if you are working the business as you're taught. You can work up to getting paid every single day. It's a blessing, and it can also be a curse. Most individuals are coming from a 9 to 5, and they're used to getting paid weekly, bi-weekly, or once a month. Imagine getting a $1,200 deposit, and you just worked 7 hours. A lot of individuals that do not manage their money properly will spend that money pretty quick because they feel as though they made that money so fast that they're going to be able to make that money back just as quick. That's not always the case. So it's very important to set up a business account and manage the money from the beginning. All right? Being able to accept rejection. All right, that's a big one. And a lot of us say, oh, yeah, I've been told no my whole life. I can definitely deal with rejection. You're hitting maybe 20 doors, 15 doors in a day, and you might hear 7 no's before you get a yes. That's more than what we're used to getting in a normal day. So you definitely have to have thick skin. You definitely have to understand that it's not personal. These people do not even know you. They don't know you. So by them telling you no, it's that they really don't have enough information to say yes. So our job is to smile through that no and to try to help them understand why you're there and how you would be able to help them. I just ask for a quick 10, 15 minutes, and if the plan makes sense, great. And if it doesn't, at least they know what's available in their area, and maybe there's somebody else that can take, that can benefit from the benefit. So those no's can tear people down. I don't know how many agents straight up just said, I cannot take all that rejection. It's just, I feel like I'm beat up by the end of the day. And that's because they take it personal. So you have to understand that the no's it's not personal. It's not personal. They don't know you. The only time that no can be a personal or a rejection to you is if they know you. These people don't know us, so it's not personal. All right? Let me see where I am. Oh, yes. Understanding that you will not become rich overnight. This kills me when somebody will give life insurance a try. They'll give it a try. They're not putting their all into learning the product, learning the process of a burial, what beneficiaries have to go through if they've never had to experience dealing with the financial aspect of burying or doing a cremation for a loved one. And it's 6 months and they're like, yeah, this isn't working. I'm not making any money. I thought I'd be at 100,000 already. Right? But they spent the last 10, 15 years working 9 to 5 and have been struggling every paycheck. Every paycheck. That always blows my mind. You are not going to become rich overnight. You're not going to become rich in 1 year. This is building a business. It takes time. It takes sacrifices. Having your own business. Some individuals come in thinking, oh, well, that means that I can work when I want. I don't really have to work as much. I can take off 3 days out of the week, 4 days out of the week, and, do X, Y, and Z. Or I can start work at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'm going to be done at 5. Okay. Yes, sure, you can do all of those things. However, if you have a goal of becoming financially free, and you, like the most of the world, have school debt, taxes that you owe, home mortgage payments, kids, spouse, and some dreams to add on top of all the debt that you already have, you really need to work harder for your business, for your life insurance business. The first 5 to 6 years easy. You need to push hard. And then you will be able to see the fruits of your labor. Then you will be able to look back and say, oh my God, look at all of my tears, all of my hard work, all of my sacrifices. Look at where it has brought me. Then you can take the extra time to be able to spend more time with your family or take a couple extra vacations. But honestly, a lot of individuals that get to that level, they then turn around and they teach other people how to do the same thing. And we gain the blessing in watching somebody else become financially free. And that is amazing. That's definitely rewarding. And then there are those that really just want to be an agent and all they care about is their financial freedom, stacking up their millions in their bank account and taking care of their family, and that's just what they do. And again, that is completely your choice, whether you become a manager or you continue to just be an agent and build your residual income. This is something I read on the internet. You need to have confidence with your high energy and a huge personality. So I thought that was amazing. And I'm like, a huge personality? And what they're talking about as far as having a huge personality is that your personality needs to be so large that you stay on the mind of that client. So long after you've left, they're still thinking about you. They're still smiling about things that you may have talked about. They're still smiling about how you made them feel, the energy that you left in that household, right? Again, going back to making sure that you had high energy and positive and loving on people. They're going to remember how you make them feel. Having a huge personality, man, I love that. I love that. And referrals, right? When you have that huge personality, it's just like whenever you go to the movie and you watch a movie and it's so good, right? Oh, my goodness, what do? Half the time people, before they can even get all the way out of the movie theater, they're calling their girlfriend, their mom, their dad, their sister, their cousin to tell them, oh, my God, you have to go to this movie. You're posting pictures on Facebook talking about, oh, man, this was a good movie. You're already selling. You're sharing your experience, how the movie made you feel. You're sharing that with words for others to feel how you felt. And now they're going to go and watch the movie. Your business, it should be the same thing. It should be the same way. You should be so excited about your product and what you have to offer, and you should know it, again, inside and out so that you can share the benefits of how it's going to help the loved ones whenever that client is gone. Because, again, it's kind of hard for this benefit to do anything for them. This is for their family. So we got to get into the emotion and love on them so much and make them feel so good about the decision that they made that they're going to get on that phone and hopefully get on the phone while you're still sitting there and call their loved ones so that you can go over and bless the next person and the next person and the next person. But again, persistency, hard work. It takes time, practice, over and over, customer service, right? Following the process. Following the process. I'm checking my notes here. I apologize. All right. So what makes a great agent? We touched on a good bit, but I'm going to just read down the bullet points in case you guys are taking notes. What makes a great agent? 1, putting the need of the client first. 2, having excellent customer service skills. 3, having the ability to listen and empathize with clients on a deeper level in order to discern what they really want and need. Having high energy and being excited about your product. Being persistent. Being honest and having integrity. Understand your product and how it relates to your clients. Having excellent listening skills. Time management. Being organized. Being coachable. Being willing to listen and act and do what your manager is telling you to do, even when you don't understand or when it's uncomfortable. Trust the process. Have confidence. Confidence definitely comes from learning and knowing your product and practice, as well as the more clients that you help, the more your confidence will grow. Maintain your energy levels. I did not touch on that. That is, if you come out of a house and you just wrote, a $300 check, don't be overly excited that you go home because you made over $1,000 and you feel like your job is done for that day. Because 1, you don't know if it might cancel. And 2, you might not have any other sales the next couple of days. So you need to go ahead and work your schedule. The opposite side of that is if a person cancels and you're not able to maintain that business, don't get too low. It's not the end of the world. All right, just maintaining your energy level, understanding this is business. You're going to have the highs and the lows. Just stay cool and calm. Love it. I mean, I'm always excited, but I'm not too high anymore, and I don't get too low because I understand. But I used to do that roller coaster and bang my head on the steering wheel too often. I don't want you guys to go through that. Just maintain an energy level that's level. Just understand that this is business. Keep a huge personality. If you don't have one, go grab you one. All right? Go get one. Go get one. Be happy, love life, wake up in the morning every day and just tell yourself that, you know what, I am glad that God has given me another day to get it right. I am happy. I am blessed. I am beautiful. I am lovable. Everybody that meets me loves me. You know, talk to yourself. Talk good to yourself. Love on yourself. Give yourself that good energy so you can then share it with other people. Have a huge personality. Again, you want it to be large enough to be kept in the mind of your client, right? And then making sure that you are gaining referrals from your clients. Those are considered warm leads, and that'll continue to have your business grow. All right? So what I'm going to do right now, we're getting ready to close this call out. I have down some questions and some answers that an agent, or not even an agent, but a lady who is looking to get into the insurance arena sent me, and I answered those questions. So I'm going to read the question and then the answers. And I do see somebody is typing, so I'm not sure if you have a question for me, so I'll see if that pops up. Okay. The first question. All right. How do you address your referrals? Whenever I call the referrals, I will call and I will say, hi, this is Christine. Don't hang up. I'm not a telemarketer. Did Jessica tell you that I was going to be calling you? Okay, so I don't say I'm from Lincoln Heritage or my insurance company name. I say my name. I hurry up and say, don't hang up. I'm not a telemarketer. And then I bring up the name of the person that referred me to them. All right, so that they can say, oh, yeah, I do know who Jessica is. And most of the time, the referral did not tell them that we were going to call. So I'll say, oh, my God, I'm going to kill her. Listen, I'm going to be real quick. My name is Christine. I'm calling in regards to the cash insurance benefit and family support services that's available in your area. I had a chance to sit with her and her family, and they thought the program was amazing, and you were one of the top people that they wanted me to share this benefit with. Now, it may be something that will fit you and your family, and maybe not. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for me to go over that benefit. Then I'll answer any questions that you have, and we can see if we can get a plan that fits your family. When's the best time of day for you, morning, afternoon, or evening? So that's how I address the referrals. And I always do the same. When I call, I say, don't hang up, I'm not a telemarketer. And I bring up the name of the person that referred me. You know, your sister Jessica told me to call you. Did she tell you I was going to be calling? You know, and that's how I do that. I know, I'm crazy. All right. And what I'll do on this group, I will post the referral script. We do have a script that's a little bit more politically correct, if you will. I'll post the script a little bit later, all right? But I'll post it on that group link. Okay, so one of the questions was, why would somebody really need life insurance as well as final expense? I'm sorry, hold on. Somebody's coming to my driveway. Hi. Okay, you have to go to the front door. You're welcome. Sorry. Okay, why would somebody really need life insurance as well as final expense? Most people get life insurance to help the survived loved ones, and final expense is the immediate money for the immediate need of the loved ones. So we're cash. most life insurance will take anywhere from 6 weeks to 6 months to pay out, whereas we are that cash on hand. It's paid out within 24 hours of claim approval. So in most cases, clients are going to receive our money within 3 to 5 days. All right? Whereas, again, that life insurance policy is going to take weeks, if not months, to pay out. Final expense is not, next question, excuse me. Final expense is not really for young people. And there was a question mark. The answer to that is yes, it is. Final expense is for everybody. There is no age limit for individuals to die. People are dying every day, whether they're 30 days old, less than 30 days old, up to, 100. People are dying every day at all levels and all ages. The nice thing about our program, we do have a 20-year paid up. And when you're younger, you actually pay less into that benefit. So you are saving thousands of dollars by getting your final expense policy when you're young. It's cheaper. You're paid up in 20 years, and you pay less into the policy. And again, it'll continue to build that cash value for the life of the policy. So yes, final expense is good for young people as well. That's how much are leads. Now, my first answer to how much do leads cost would be it's part of your business. So I really had to look up how much the leads cost because I don't look at the lead cost. I look at the fact that these leads get me in front of the people. They get me to work, and sometimes I'm writing people in the elevator opposed to the actual lead. It's just keeping me in line to being out there in front of people and getting me in front of individuals to be able to service clients. Our leads are about $35 to $37. All right. Our leads are exclusive to Lincoln Heritage. So what that means is Lincoln Heritage does a drop in whatever area, and it does say on there for final expense insurance, as well as it says Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company. So it's not just a random lead drop that any company could use. It is for Lincoln Heritage, so they are exclusive to us. The other question was, will a new agent receive leads that were worked before? Now, that's a yes and a no. A lot of the managers will tell their new agents, hey, listen, I have leads that another agent didn't work through all of them. They may have been able to see a couple people or not. They are no longer with the company. You can go ahead and work on to get your practice. Those leads are free. So you have an option to take them. Some individuals will just start with brand new leads, so they do pay for those leads. Depending on what state you're in, there's different rules to that as well. Some states, you have to pay up front for your leads. Other states, you actually will be advanced for those leads. So those leads will sit on your back office until you start to make some commissions, and then 30 to 50% of your commission will go to pay off your debt. So that really would be based on what state you live in and how your agency in that state, how their rules are. So it could vary. My agency, we help you to practice with your friends and family and warm market individuals before we have you buy leads. And our leads are advanced, so you don't have to pay for them out of pocket up front. All right? All right. What are chargebacks? Chargebacks is when a client fails to pay their monthly premium within their first year as a client, and the remaining months due are charged back to you. So, in other words, you write a policy today. Lincoln Heritage is going to pay you for 9 months up front. They're going to pay you 9 months commission up front for a checking or savings account business. Now, say that client does not stay on the books. They stop paying in month 6. They still have 6 more months to pay for that first year. And so you would be charged back that 6-month worth of commission. Now, of course, with our company, you do receive reports left and right, so you know whenever a client is trying to cancel. you are able to try to save that business by going back out and talking to the client, maybe reducing the premium to keep the business, and that'll help you from receiving a chargeback. So you do have time to save your business, all right? But that's what a chargeback is. It means Lincoln already paid you for a business that did not stay on the books. Thinking about that as a 9-to-5 employee, that company, your company, they do the same thing. If you think about when you first started working for a job, that first week, sometimes the first 2 weeks you did not get a paycheck, but you did the work. And then the next 2 weeks you started to get a paycheck, right? That's so whenever you either get fired, you quit, or you leave the company for whatever reason, if there's any time that they paid you for, like taking vacation time, and you didn't work the full year, they're able to keep that last 2 weeks of pay. But if you didn't use up that time, they pay you that last check also. So they do the same thing. We just don't think about it that way. We don't know. What is the starting commission rate for life insurance agents? That varies across the board, period, point blank. I've had agents that talk to me from different insurance companies that they start at 10% commission. I've heard people go all the way up to 100% commission for like car insurance, annuities, home insurance, dealing with like an insurance agent where you can do life, health, and annuities. So that range, it's a wide range. So again, depending on your state and your agency, your manager will talk to you about your contract level coming into Lincoln Heritage. Residuals with us, they start immediately. So this is November. You wrote a policy this month. You received the first payment from your client this month. Next month, your client may or may not have a payment due. It just depends on what their due date is. The very next month, which will be January, they make a payment. You're going to start to receive your monthly residuals from their monthly payments. All right? So you start to receive residuals every month from the time that you wrote that policy. Are there any hardship programs available to clients who have temporary income issues? No, we do not have any hardship programs within Lincoln Heritage. Within our policies, the client, if they miss one payment, we do not cancel them. They go into a grace period. If they miss that second payment, that's when that will lapse. So, but that's it. We don't really have a hardship program. Now, we do have, if a client canceled or if they lapsed, meaning that they were not able to make their payments for, 6, 7, 8 months, and we call them at month 9, they have a new job, they're able to get their insurance back, and they were not in the hospital, they're able to be reinstated. We can reinstate and do what's called a redate. And what that means is we can do this one time for the life of the policy. We can forgive, say, those 8 months of payments. That client will not have to pay back all of those months. They only need to make one payment, and their rate will stay the same. Everything is the same policy number. They're reinstated, and the monies that they've already paid into the benefit stays there, and it's called a redate. Now, I would consider that a benefit, but that's not considered a hardship program. But we are able to do things like that. Do I have control of how many leads I buy per week? Yes, you do. There's a lead list that is posted for each state on a daily basis, and agents will review the list and contact their manager and, decide how many leads that they want to purchase at that time. A lot of us managers like to know ahead of time what areas our agents are working in so that we can be on the lookout ahead of time because other agents are also ordering off the same list. But yeah, you pick how many leads you would like to work. are the business cards and marketing materials provided by Lincoln Heritage. We do have templates for the business cards. They are $35. That is your responsibility to pay for your leads. You receive 500 cards for $35. Our materials, again, our flyers, our applications, supplemental forms, all of those forms, they're free. Lincoln Heritage definitely provides the folders, all of that, the booklets. We get all of that free. Are there minimum appointments that you have to work per week? No. Again, that's completely up to you, and it's up to your goals. So what I like to do when I have agents is I like to sit down with them, see what their income is, like what they need to make per month, what they're already making with their job, so that we can get an idea of what they need to do with this business in order to make sure that they are making the money that they need to make plus extra, right? But again, that's according to your goals. So you're going to set your business up to meet your personal goals. And will I have to form a team under me? Do I have to recruit? No. We are not big on having individuals come in and having a brand new agent going out running around trying to recruit. First of all, you don't know your own business. Second of all, you're not even attractive enough probably to recruit for the company. But we want you to know your business, understand your business, and we definitely want to make sure that you are management material. There's qualifications to become a manager within Lincoln Heritage. We don't just give that title away. So no, we have, I don't know how many agents that do not want to hire, they do not want to recruit, they do not want to train, and they are making well over $200,000-300,000 a year, and they're doing that on their own pen, and that is absolutely welcomed. It's fine. Management is not for everybody. It is definitely hard work. So guys, thank you for tuning in. That concludes this call. I will definitely post a recording of this call once it is emailed over to me. Man, so much information that is out here. I will continue to post videos. I will probably do this once every 2 weeks. This was more of a last minute. I'll definitely post it again so that we have more questions. I kind of got caught with picking up one of my kids, and let me let you understand that is also something that you need to be able to do, is you need to be able to be rerouted and detoured. I still don't like it. I like to be able to have my schedule and stick to it, but that's not life. And you have to be able to maneuver and work around everything, okay? Life happens, but being consistent. I had this call set. I was not going to not have this call. I ended up having to do it in the car, but I love it. I enjoy what I do. I want you guys to understand that this business is for anybody and everybody who believes in themselves, who believes that they are not supposed to continue to make somebody else rich. You can do this, but it is work. You have to take a state test. The state makes you take a test in order for you to sell life insurance. That is going to be the most expensive part of becoming an agent, is what the state requires of you. And guess why they want you to spend all this money? Because they know that you have the opportunity to make thousands and thousands and thousands, millions of dollars. So they are charging you to get a license. Once you obtain that license, the only thing that you have to go through at Lincoln Heritage is you will have an interview, whether it's a phone interview. If you're across the states, we do a Skype interview. We do training, a 4-day training, and Lincoln charges $14 with the contract, because they will pull your background and they will pull your credit. The credit is not that much of a big deal. They definitely just pull it because it's standard. Your background is a big deal. if you receive your state license, you're going to be fine with Lincoln as well, because the state, that's the first line of defense. Like, they're not going to just approve anybody. And I will make sure that on the GroupMe, I will post the flyer if you're interested in starting to go through the certification to obtain your life insurance license. We do have a $50 discount through License Coach, so I will post that. And for those that are going to be listening to this on YouTube later, I will make sure that at the end of the clip, I will have the flyer as well as in the description box down below. There will be links to my webpage to help you with your credit, to help you with being an agent. I have an agent ebook that takes you to a webpage that has all of the letters that we use to help in business, all the tools that are necessary, and all those goodies. So all of that will be in the description below. All right, guys? So let me know what you think about this call. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, a thumbs down if you hated it. You better not give me no thumbs down. But guys, stay blessed, have a great evening, and let's make tomorrow great.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Goodbye.